Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech along with my co-host Sundar, who has conveniently misplaced my trusty SIM ejector tool. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Ash Answers.
Ash Answers is a show where we answer the questions that you ask on Twitter using the hashtag Ash Answers.
So without further ado, let's get to the questions, which have been picked by yours truly.
What
happened to the 30k PC build?
Latest video on the build was
3 weeks ago.
And setup tour.
Okay, dude, you get to ask one question, not mix all questions together. Anyway, as far as the 30k PC build goes, I wanted to open with this question because, see, as of today, PC builds are not priority. Why? Phones have a shorter shelf life. Moto G5 Plus, people have a lot of questions about it in the weeks surrounding the launch, after which people don't really care. So when people have the questions, when people are trying to make buying decisions based on what we have to say, we need to come out with that content because, 700,000 subscribers now, thanks a lot for that. But all these people have subscribed based on the phone content. So I can't really deviate from that. So as of now, till a certain someone comes on full time, PC builds are kind of on the back burner. I'm still working on it, but say I have a target of finishing this today, a certain video. I'm done with it. The extra time I have, I squeeze in some PC build related stuff. So that's how PC builds have been working. We are having issues with the air conditioner. So today we're going to be sweaty AF. If that's a problem, go ahead, stop watching right now. Disclaimer's done. So anyway, the PC build, that is why it gets delayed. If you look at it, this week we had some S8 madness, and the last week, and some imported phones that came in. The last week was all about the Moto G5 Plus. I haven't found the time, but I have currently worked on the script for the what and the why. If things go right, you should see the video on Monday. That's tomorrow because we are shooting it on Saturday, but you'll be seeing this on Sunday, so probably Monday. But this is YouTube. This is C4E Tech, where things go wrong all the time, So
yeah, the budget VR video.
This is not the budget VR video. My PC build videos get delayed.
Done, just like your what and the why script's done.
I guarantee you my what and the why will be live on Monday.
Okay.
No,
that's good for the viewers.
Okay. Now why don't you guarantee something?
Happy for you guys that you got an answer. Setup tour.
I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Whenever we are leaving from this office, when we are moving into a different office, so around that time is when I'll do the setup tour, and that's when I can blame all the mess that's around on, like, we are in the middle of a move, guys, that's why it's all messy. So without that, I'm not gonna do it.
Which one's better overall with long durability, Moto G5 Plus or Redmi Note 4, both 4GB variant?
As far as longer usage goes, I'm
G5 Plus.
Yeah, that's what I'd be tempted to go with. But on the other side of things, Redmi Note 4, well, the battery capacity is much better. The battery life is much better.
Even if it deteriorates over time, it's not going to be an issue. You're still going to get around 1.5 days of battery
even a couple of years down the lane.
With Moto G5 Plus, you're going to get updates real fast.
You might get updates real fast. It's still Lenovo now.
This is based on the G4 Plus update.
Yeah, so you might get is based on all the other Lenovo phones. As far as both phones are concerned, it's just battery or camera, what you want. As far as longer duration goes, I would 9 out of 10 times I'd go with stock Android. But then again, the battery life might be an issue, maybe 2-3 years down the line. But if you're just looking at a couple of years, close your eyes, pick up the G5 Plus, be happy.
Tell me which laptop you both use for daily usage, and which laptop is that in Ash Answers?
First things first. Please do not serve me. It's now become like a meme kind of thing where people go around saying, you want a reply from Ash, just say sir. Okay, because I keep posting 20, 30, no sir, please no sir. Every combination possible. Sir, please no, I don't know, whatever. I'm just another guy like you. Do not call me sir. I've got a name, use the name. I don't know, maybe some people like it. For me, I don't look at viewers as, I don't know, I don't expect to be called. I mean, I'm fine as long as for the, if there are any Tamil viewers watching, Maryada Manslanda Podum. And before you guys ask me, this cannot be translated. It gets lost in translation. So the rough approximate translation would be something weird like respect is in the heart, not in the words, stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. And coming back to the question.
Laptop, we don't use laptops.
We don't use laptops. We are PC people.
Custom built PC.
PC Master Race.
And this one's the Mi Notebook Air 12.5.
Which means we actually use laptops. I mean, not as our primary devices.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, damn the sweat.
Have you heard back from Lenovo yet about the update for
Yes!
Lenovo C2?
Okay, sorry, I've been watching so many game show clips on, so I'm just like, okay, question, yes. Late April is what they're telling us now. They say late April. And for Vibe X3 Volti, we've gotten a beautiful answer saying no. And you know why? I'm not really gonna go into a rant about it because, hey, you've got a new video coming on that soon.
Samsung reportedly planning to sell a refurbished Note 7. Interested?
Hell!
No.
Yes. See, Samsung India says they're not bringing it to India. They don't have any plans in India, but Samsung India usually doesn't know much. From Samsung India's perspective, when they don't know something, they could deny it rather than saying, maybe we'll bring it, and then people get hyped up for it and then they get hit. But if they say no and then they bring it, no one's really going to be pissed. Yeah. Why did you say no back then? I won't buy your product. No, it's not going to work that way. So it might be them setting expectations. The Note 7, if they manage to bring it under 40,000 rupees, for a refurbished unit, maybe even 35. If they can get it around that price
40
segment,
is realistic, I guess.
Refurb, right?
Yeah, but still.
It wouldn't be a new Note 7, yes, at 40. After all the issues. But now if this is a refurb, then 35, 40, it would be very, very competitive. Because if at 35 you want to get a 128 gig OnePlus 3T or a Note 7. I know some people would still like the stock Android, but me personally, I would pick the Note 7. Why? S Pen.
S Pen.
I love S Pen. I love the digitizer. Why? I just like it.
Are you a Xiaomi fan? Why do you import Xiaomi devices from China?
Are you a Xiaomi fan? Why do you keep watching Xiaomi videos?
Exactly.
I import phones. If you go back, rewind, go back 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and you just look at it, there was a point where I was importing everything. I was just testing around to see what people are interested in. I imported Meizu phones, Oppo. What else was that? I imported Pantex, okay, LE phones. And what brand were people most interested in? Xiaomi. So I import Xiaomi phones. Yeah. And if you think there's something more to it, go ahead, look at the view count on those videos. People are interested in it. Oh my god, you're importing video phones only for views. What is YouTube? You put out content that people want to watch. So I'm putting out content that people want to watch. And there you go.
And it's not just Xiaomi. We even import a lot of Samsung phones.
Yes, Samsung.
All of Samsung A series phones have been imported from China.
Yes, most of the Samsung phones I go like, this phone supports OLT when it launches in India, but my unit didn't because I imported it. That's part of my script now, just like my regular usage, battery stats. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know it.
And again, it's because a lot of people are interested in Samsung phones.
I might even import more Nokias if I could. I probably might, because the Nokia 6, people seem very interested in it.
What do you recommend? A year or two old?
Flagship or the latest mid-range. #Sundar discriminates. Sorry, Ash answers. My bad. That's on me.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're asking about. If you are asking me, should you choose between a OnePlus 2 and a Moto G5 Plus, I might say G5 Plus. But if you're asking me, should I choose between a Galaxy S6 Edge and a Samsung Galaxy A3, I'm gonna say, hell no, get the S6 Edge. So, there's no hard and fast rule.
I think he means like these value for money mid-ranges like Xiaomi, Moto.
Even then, I wouldn't, there are some phones, some flagships that are great even 2 years in.
Okay.
Like the S6 Edge is one perfect example.
You're gonna lose out on updates, right?
Okay, now,
that's a better chance.
This is a perfect turnaround. What about the iPhone 6s or a 6?
Your phones are really good. when it comes to updates.
iPhones are really good.
As in when it comes to updates, it's true.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm saying there's not a general answer over here. It's just it's on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
More often than not, a year or two old flagships are better because mid-rangers don't get updates anyway. The Moto G5 Plus might be an exception. Moto phones are generally. You look at any Lenovo phone that's like one update and done.
Yeah.
But an S6 Edge received more than one update, definitely.
2 or 3.
More than 2 or 3 security patches included, a bucket load of updates.
Note 4 is still getting
still
security patches. Is the Lenovo Z2 Plus worth it at its new price of rupees 11,999?
This is the speak of the devil moment, right? So yeah, you're just talking about Lenovo and Lenovo Z2 Plus comes in. Z2 Plus, for some reason, I really, for the life of me, do not know why, has a ton of negative
reviews on
Amazon. Okay,
it's actually a quite good phone.
It's a good phone. It's actually a very good phone. Okay, the camera is but at 12,000 bucks, you're comparing it not when it came out at 20,000, you were comparing it to a OnePlus 2's camera or something like that, a Mi 5's camera probably. But now at 12,000, you're probably going to be comparing it to a Redmi Note 4 camera, and at that point, it doesn't become a meh camera. It's actually an okay camera of sorts. So I don't know. I know for a fact the moment I say the Z2 Plus is a good phone. What about the Amazon reviews is your question. I really don't know the answer to it. I don't know why it's got so many negative reviews, but I like the phone. People I know who've used the phone, like Ranjit and whoever I know, seem to like the phone that they've used. Most of the I really don't know. And if you think I'm paid by Lenovo, watch my video tomorrow.
And yeah, despite the fact that Lenovo is messing with the buyers with regards to updates, I still feel that at 12,000 it's still a steal.
That's it. See, once you put Snapdragon 820 below 15,000, there's nothing else. You could actually stick Snapdragon 820 into a J2. Okay. They actually did that, right? Actually, they tried to market it. But no, jokes apart, the chip is worth it. At 12,000 bucks, at 13,000 bucks, it is a steal. I would personally.
L2 had Snapdragon 820.
L2
marketed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that was a problem in the
firmware.
Firmware. That's not bad.
Yeah. Hey Ash, do you think OnePlus 3T is a viable option?
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry.
And which one's better? Honor 8 or 3T for gaming, camera and music?
Yes. Okay, which one's better? Okay. See, when you go gaming, camera and music, gaming, I'm going to go OnePlus 3T. Camera, I'm going to go Honor 8.
Honor 8, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Music, I'm going to go either way. It works. So, what's more important to you is my question, my friend. Do you want to game more or do you want to shoot more and better pictures? What's your pick? Go with that. But again, I am kind of, biased a little bit towards stock Android, anything that's stockish. Huawei haven't been, at least, we haven't covered way too many Huawei devices. So when we actually cover a phone and then there are issues with it, that's when people come and start tagging me on Twitter, and that's when I come to know about it. I haven't done Huawei a lot, so I don't really know how their updates have been. They've been okay as far as I know. But the 3T OnePlus phones we've been covering for a long time, and in general, the opinions that we read, OnePlus is supposed to have an edge.
It's also compact, right?
It's compact. It's
So that's all.
Form factor is another thing you can use to choose. I would, if I were to take a guess here, I might say the 3T might get faster updates.
Okay.
Again, since it's stockish, it's easier for OnePlus to push out updates than it would be for Huawei to put their, MUI, Emotion UI skin on top. So that's there.
Who would need Bixby when Google Assistant is on board? Sure.
Okay, no, I don't know. Again, I'm just too much YouTube. Too much YouTube does this. Yeah.
So
okay, that's the question. It's so long. So like
just a second. Just a second. Yeah. Hashtag Sundar doesn't discriminate.
Hashtag just kidding, Ash.
I didn't see that.
Yes. Worked. And for all those who have a problem with us reading out those hashtags, I just say, we're just reading out what you guys send us. So I can't ignore a good question because it's not, there was the hashtag. So yeah. So anyway, it's not a question of would we need it, because we don't know enough about Bixby yet to decide if it's required or not. Initially, like I said in my video where I answered the FAQ, as in like about the S8, we don't really know enough yet, but first impressions, as in like initial thoughts, feels like it might kind of be redundant given the presence of Google Assistant, and Assistant does quite a few things well. So, but Samsung is investing a lot into it. They're actually, you know, given that the S8 is kind of a do or die device for them, not a die device, but still, it's a device that they really need to do well. Given that the Note 7, they had to recall everything, take quite a bit of losses. You know, what else can they do? As in Note 7, they took so many losses. Then they had to pull out a 5-year-old chip, stick it into a phone, market the dash out of it. You know, sell 10 million units.
20 million units.
Yeah, and now if the S8 bombs, it's gonna be, they've got to pull out like what, an old Nokia phone and rebrand it. I don't know. Anyway, they needed to do well, but still they've gone ahead and, you know, put a hardware button on it, a freaking hardware button for Bixby. So Samsung is committed to it. That's the only reason why I don't want to really strongly say it's gonna be like S Voice, because Samsung have a tendency to learn from their mistakes, because as weird as TouchWiz used to be, I didn't say that. They have improved it over the years, and as crappy as the S5's design was, they have gone ahead and amazed us with great, brilliant designs on the S6.
S7, S8.
S6 Edge was the best. They peaked at the S6 Edge. Compact curved display, amazing. I want the S6 Edge. But then now the smallest phone is 5.8-inch display. God, Samsung.
Still
why,
compact,
Samsung? Why? How much more compact would it have been if they had stuck on a 5-inch display? It would have been an iPhone SE sized phone with a 5-inch display.
Yeah.
That would have been you, Apple.
Despite being media-centric, why do Samsung flagships not have good front-firing stereo speakers?
You can't market front-firing stereo speakers. You think you can, but at what cost does that come? The cost being the phone gets longer, it needs to get a little thicker to fit in those speakers. Maybe. I'm not an engineer, so I don't really know, but I know they've got to get longer.
And I wouldn't call Samsung phones media-centric in the first place.
Why not?
Given the mediocre audio output.
Speaker audio output doesn't make a...
Speaker and via the headphone jack.
Headphones aren't bad.
Okay.
They've been actually quite good on the S7. What are you talking about?
Compared to Zenfone 3, Lenovo K5 Note, no, you should really try it out.
Nah. It sounds good.
Decent.
It was good.
Okay.
See, overall, the thing with... Get back to the question. Okay, so as far as dual speakers go, it takes up more space, and then when you actually do side-by-sides with other phones, your phone ends up looking worse.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So that's where the issue comes in. Your phone looks bigger, bulkier, HTC's bane, which has caused HTC to, you know, not use stereo front-facing speakers and still manage to waste space. You know, I don't know. So that's one reason why they don't go with stereo speakers.
I have a Samsung Galaxy S Edge, which is almost
S
11
Edge?
months. Did I say that? I have a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, which is almost 11 months old now. Very content with it. Should I upgrade to the S8?
No.
Depends, right?
No. Okay, you know what? Come back, ask me after.
Really like the...
No.
Okay. Yeah, come back.
Come back to me
After
in
a month
another
or two.
month or a month plus, and I'll still tell you no. You see, it's very, very rare. It's a very rare occurrence that I suggest a single year upgrade. The only time that I've done it, I've mentioned it in an earlier video as well, is from the G4 Plus to the G5 Plus. That's not because the G5 Plus was so great.
That's because the
G4 Plus was bad. Wait, the chip was bad. Okay, there's no two ways about it. And then Moto updates literally killed the battery. The battery life has been pathetic. With Nougat, it is actually supposed to improve.
Camera was unusable to an extent. Unused camera.
Why?
After about 10 or 15 minutes?
That was initially. Now it's fine. As in, it's not fine. It's still much better than how it was initially. They fixed that with the update. So the G5 Plus I could recommend it, but the S7 and the S7 Edge are great phones. So the S8 again, you know, when you look at it, usually in the past they used to tease 40% increase in GPU capacity, 60% better CPU. But this time around, the teaser was like 10% better CPU performance and 21% better GPU performance. So that's what they're touting. And again,
and better power efficiency.
They said better power efficiency? I don't think they did.
I think they did.
Because
supposed to.
It's supposed to, but then again, they're selling the phones with, I mean, the phones are shipping with the default 1080p resolution.
Yeah.
Okay, and most people don't switch from the default. Not most people, but at least a good chunk of people might not switch from the default resolution. So what does that mean? Again, more on it once I manage to get my hands on the S8. But for now, I tell you guys, please, as in, if you're very happy with the S7 Edge, wait. Unless and until you're like loaded with cash and you just need to have the bleeding edge of technology, then yeah, pick one up. That's fine. Buy me one as well. I'd be happy, but otherwise just chill. S7 Edge is an awesome phone.
Don't you suffer losses from doing these giveaways? By the way, I like your giveaways. Hashtag software discrimination.
Sundar software. So, the second line, I like your giveaways. That's what we do it for. From time to time, some people think like you do giveaways, you get like 1 million subscribers overnight, but that's not it. You can go back, just because we are actually running a Galaxy S8 giveaway right now. Just go back and check the sub counts on the channel, right? The day the giveaway went live, we got like 1,000 more subscribers, and that's it. It's back to the same whatever. Generally in a giveaway you get like 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, or sometimes it's like 5,000, but most of those are, a bunch of those people are just subscribing for the giveaway. So it's not, we're not really doing it for the subscribers. That's an added incentive. It's fine, but you look at it, it's like a 60,000 rupee phone. 60,000 rupees for 1,000 subscribers, of which a bunch of them are not gonna really be active. Doesn't make any sense. We do it as a way of giving back to the community, That's what the whole...
For all the likes on Twitter, for all the retweets.
Yeah, it's not like we're paying you for it, it's just our way of saying
first, second, third comments on YouTube.
And all the hashtags, Sundar software, Sundar discriminates. Exactly, that's why we do it. Rutvik, you answered your own question. That is it. Hashtag Sundar discriminates. That's why we do it.
Best phone as of now in 2017. Yep, intentionally, I agree this time.
Every time.
Best phone as of now in 2017 for premium segment.
Galaxy S8. Okay, I haven't used it. So.
I'm kind of wary about the battery life actually. We should really test it out before we could say anything about the S8.
Yeah, but then we could actually say iPhone, but then I'm kind of wary about the overall bulkiness of it.
Yeah. iPhone 7 is fine.
It's still big bezels. Yeah. No stereo speakers.
3-year-old design.
8-year-old design. Best pound for pound, like best, bang for your buck phone would be the OnePlus 3T.
Yep.
Yay! We should actually have that, right? You hit one button and then like you get a background track of people clapping. Yeah, OnePlus 3T. Drum roll, please. OnePlus 3T.
You could do it in post.
I don't want to do it in post. Dude, there's a reason why when I want to swear, I go like... And then I say it. Why? Because I don't want to go bleep that out in post.
What two features would you like to exchange between the S8 and the iPhone 7 Plus? The other loses its exchanged feature.
I'd probably exchange the resolution, but I really don't. Honestly, for a minute, I know there's somebody who actually went happy saying he's not going to mention the hashtags or Sundar the discriminates, but I did read it. But then coming back, the other loses its feature part. I don't think that it would I can actually.
Yeah, you wouldn't want the S8 to have a 1080p display.
That's what I'm saying. I really don't care about... See, when you say how would you improve a phone, you can't really talk about... I don't care what happens to the other phone. So what I would like to see on the S8 would be a more consistent software experience like what you'd get on an iPhone. That's one.
What would you like to see on the 7 Plus?
7 Plus, higher resolution display, of course.
Better design?
Better design and a higher resolution
display. You'll have a list of things
and easier way to switch between 4K and 1080, 60 FPS.
Okay. Your thoughts
access to the file system.
Access to file system. You do get it after jailbreak.
After jailbreak.
Okay. Chill. Next question. Your thoughts on
manual controls for camera.
Your thoughts on
manual controls for the video mode.
It's okay. We can move on.
Maybe an edge display. Yeah, guys, I can actually go on and on. But yeah, jokes apart, the iPhone 7 Plus is a good phone. I actually liked using it when I was testing it. But then again, whatever I was saying was mostly stuff that I didn't like about iOS as an Android user. So yeah.
Your thoughts on the Micromax Dual 5? Hashtag Sundar doesn't discriminate.
Okay. My thoughts on the Micromax Dual 5.
It's actually a rebranded Chinese phone.
Oh my god, I didn't know. I don't use Twitter or I don't read anything.
I was saying that to them.
You think they don't know? Everybody knows right now. Okay, and I really don't know how they thought they'd get away with it. Okay, we worked on this phone for 8 months. Dude, the phone's already selling for 8 months. I don't know what you were working on. So guys, this is what it is, right? Again, this is what I think it is. To all you Micromax fans out there, you know, the one guys, you know, watching this video, I'm sorry, man. Anyway, so Micromax started off as a brand who used to like get phones from China, you know, generic phones, and then slap on them. And then go like, Micromax made in India, oh my god, awesome, at least Indian brand, yay! And sell it at a huge markup. And then enter Xiaomi, OnePlus, Huawei and all that. And they knock them right on their... Okay, again, I'm so damn lazy to censor stuff out, so I'm not really gonna... So yeah, they knocked them out and they try to come back, okay? You know, Xiaomi, people call it me, I'm gonna come up with a brand, I'll call it you! Yes! And they come in. And they think it works, but it actually doesn't. Beat it up. Props to Micromax. You know, you're not gonna hear this a lot from me for providing a VoLTE update for the Euphoria. Lenovo, take freaking notes. Okay, if Micromax is doing it and you're denying it to your flagship, oh my god, that is the lowest of those. Anyway, coming back to Micromax. Sore freaking throat. I'm sorry, I keep doing this. So coming back to Micromax, so they tried to design their own phones. Saturn rings, Utopia, Euphoria, Unique, you blah blah blah, you whatever. Okay, didn't really work, kind of like, you know, fell flat on face. So now they kind of took some time off, very good, you know, licking their wounds and trying to gather their thoughts. And at that point they noted, you know, the Xiaomis and the Loicos aren't doing really well. They are losing ground. Who are they losing ground to? Phones that are marketed well. You know, your Oppos and your Huawei's.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what are these guys doing? They're selling phones at a premium. Okay. So you mean like a 625 chip at 25,000? Oh yeah, something like that. Let's do that. Let's do that now. Let's do that. What can we market? Security chip. Okay. But then that Oppo phone something, they had like selfie and like high resolution selfie. 13 megapixel selfie. Okay. But the Huawei phone, they had like dual camera. Oh yeah, let's put dual. Let's do all three. 13 is very unlucky, but then for us it will be unlucky. We do it.
And then they realized there's already a phone with the exact
specs. No, not exactly. So then they thought, then we design and then it becomes like, you know, we think it's great, but then people call like you. So we're not really gonna put Saturn rings on it. What do? Let's go to China. Just like, you know, good old days. We go China, we find one nice phone and then do this. And that's what they did. The Chiku something. I don't even know what. Q5, Q whatever. They took that phone and then they slapped the
Punch.
Profist on it.
Slap the punch.
Slap the punch on it. And then they put their own software on it, which is probably stock standard with some Micromax apps. And the rest, as you know, is what happened.
What would happen if Chinese manufacturers didn't enter India?
Micromax would be able to have their way.
Or instead of watching this video on your Redmi Note 4 or a Lenovo,
you'd watch it on your Micromax Canvas 23.
Nah. Lumia 650, 660.
Yeah, probably 670, 680. Maybe Windows phones would have stood a chance, or you might have even been watching it on an Android 5, Android 6 device. Maybe, but then again, in all probability, you'd be watching it on a Micromax Canvas 25 or a Lava. I don't even know what those phones were called, but
Lava
Magma,
kind of doing well back then.
Index.
Your thoughts on Jio?
Spice. Your thoughts on Jio extending?
Your thoughts on Jio extending offer every 3 months? I really didn't want it to happen because of low speeds.
What's the latest offer called now?
I don't know what it's called.
Summer, whatever.
Summer special something.
Yeah, but then again, now they haven't really extended it like they used to in the past. You still have to buy the 99 rupees Prime membership, and then you also have to pay 300 and some rupees to get, instead of 1 month, you get 3 months of.
Yeah, they probably didn't get enough Prime subscriptions, so they're just pushing it as much as possible.
Makes sense. So first they went entirely unlimited, then 4 gigs unlimited, then 1 gig unlimited. And now it's like you buy it, we'll still give you like 3 months. So it's like, okay,
so yeah,
they're just trying to slowly get people
who weren't gonna upgrade to the Prime offer, the 303 per month. So, but right now they're like, okay, let me just have it for the 3 to 4 months. I get to use it at just 303 rupees, so I'll just do it. And later I'll switch to some other
Exactly. See,
so at least they're gonna get the Prime subscriptions.
Exactly.
So
and one more thing is, you were talking to Shahrukh a little while back, and you were telling him, how 1 gig per month, and people are looking at you ridiculous.
People were happy with.
Now when you say 1 gig is my plan, people are looking at you as if you've lost your mind. How can you live with 1 gig a month? Okay. That's what Jio's done, right? In the last 6 months, Jio's actually made people get used to the idea of 1 gig a day as the new normal. Whereas I personally was on a 1 gig a month, or I guess 1.5 gigs a month plan. So now it's 1 gig a day. I used to think twice about streaming YouTube in the past. Now it's like, I'll stream YouTube, that's fine. I got Jio. It refreshes in the night. So that's what they've done. And now odds are they'll get the subscription, so that they're just pushing it. I do feel for you. I do understand where you're coming from. You want the number of users to go down so that your speeds increase. It'll happen in the next 3 months. Even now it should, because the number of people who are using it just free might actually go down a little bit. Good. I just was checking to see if I actually hit record. I can see the red light. I'm happy.
What happens to your review units?
We get to keep them all. We actually, that's all review units. We have all review units. And sometimes we actually put 3 or 4 phones into one. And then we sell them at a huge markup. And we just make, if you actually didn't know, we're actually on a yacht and we are in mid-sea floating. We are billionaires. And this is sarcasm. And these days I really think I need to, I'm going to explicitly, on Ash Answers, I'm going to explicitly say, this is sarcasm. No, hashtag no. I'm going to say this is sarcasm. I'm being sarcastic. Because like a couple of weeks back, there was this question where our international giveaway is fake. And like, oh yeah, it's fake. And there are people who are like, after we did the asset giveaway, you said it is fake. Now you yourself are doing this. What is happening? I'm like, oh my God, there are so many people who didn't get sarcasm. This is where I go, hashtag FML. Kill me already.
Anyway, the ones that the brands send us, we actually return them back after a while.
We rarely get review units from brands, but the times we get it, it goes back, 99.999%. Drop a 9 over there, but 99.9% of the times it goes back to the brand. The ones we buy, it goes on eBay or OLX or wherever we can. We just post it, sell it. And we don't do that on Twitter or Facebook because, it just leads to a lot of confusion. So we don't. But then if you can search hard enough on eBay or something, you'd come across it. Definitely.
Do you think Sundar lives in a virtual world?
Hashtag Ash answers, hashtag Sundar discriminate. So this is a question to Sundar, and so which means I cannot answer it. You need to.
No, I've been working hard for the past several months testing the VR headset. So yeah, I kind of live in the virtual world.
God, give me patience. Sometimes,
and if you want patience, then until my VR video goes live, watch this me VR play review. It's not bad after all.
You know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna sit and create like 10 accounts and then go and dislike the video from all my 10 accounts. I know it's my own channel. But then you don't do it, alright? You guys make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Okay, but I am frustrated, sick and tired and frustrated listening to excuse after excuse of the VR budget headset.
Alright, next question.
I think a friend of mine, like when he actually told me he wanted to do a budget VR headset, around that time a friend of mine called saying his wife is pregnant, and I really think she's had the kid now. Do you understand how long it's been? It was back in August or something you said you wanted to do the video.
That's what happens when you go into the virtual world. You get lost. This Xiaomi homemade processor Surge S1 will be seen in future Xiaomi devices?
Yes.
It is. It could already be seen on Xiaomi device. What's that?
Mi 5C.
Mi 5C, yeah.
I have it. I don't have it on me, but that's my current primary
daily
smartphone.
driver.
I don't like the word daily driver for some reason. I try to always work around it. Primary smartphone, the one I use. Anyway, coming back.
Can we overclock mobile phone processor?
I wasn't even done with it.
Said moving on, right?
Moving on from you to me. So anyway, the Surge S1 seems like I'd slot it somewhere between the 617 and the 650. So it's like a little better than the 617. It doesn't get stuttery quite as much, but it's not as good as the 650 either. So it actually slots somewhere in between. Gaming performance I'm yet to test. Just with regular user interface, the UI experience, the user experience is where I'm coming from. But then again, it might be optimization as well. So I'll have more to say in my full review, which would come out in the next... I should just throw in a technical difficulties over here. But no, in the next 2 weeks.
Can we overclock mobile phone processors?
Yes. No. Maybe. Okay. Those are your 3 options. What do you want to pick?
Maybe.
No, you actually can if
after
you
rooting
root it. There are some ways of doing it, but it's too much of a hassle generally.
It could mess with your battery life. It will.
It will mess with your battery life, but there are some ways to do it.
New ratios, long phones, are these the future of smartphones? Will you be surprised if we see a long iPhone like the G6 or the S8?
Yeah, aren't iPhones already long?
They aren't long. They're huge.
They just broad as well, so you call them huge and not long. I don't know, see, wider displays is something that we've liked, when you look at it, we started off with a 4:3 TV and then it became 16:9, now we see 21:9 TVs. That's how it's been for TVs, but for phones, I don't know, personally I wouldn't really like it. Why? Because phones are already getting bigger, and with Android at least, even with iOS I could probably live with it, to be honest, because the control center just comes up this way. With Android, with something like MIUI or something, I could just pull it down. But with most regular Android phones, it's like you need to go up and pull it down. And I really don't see how I can do that on a extra wide display with, my thumb is not growing, phones are. So that kind of makes the difference. But again, Samsung is an industry leader.
And your OCD might kick in.
Why?
16:9 videos on a 18:9 display.
No, that's fine. I can live with that.
Okay.
I can live with that. The black bars never bother me, especially on a Samsung device AMOLED. I really don't care.
Yeah,
I would just think... No, I just think I'm using an iPhone and those are just the bezels. I'm totally fine with it.
Okay.
Even with the black bars, they'd probably be smaller than the iPhone
I'm talking
bezels.
about what if it's a different colored phone? silver or blue, then the black bus might be a...
I don't know, if we had a sponsor, this will be the perfect point to jump in and say sponsor, but I'm not going to say sponsor, we don't have a sponsor. So anyway.
How can we know if a screen's good? Does...
Halfway through question, he just jumps to the next question.
You need to hurry, right? It's 3 already.
Okay, I'm done. Bye-bye.
How do we know if a screen is good? Does PPI affect its quality or the type of panel?
Both. How can you say what's more important to you? How long you live or how good your quality of life is? It's like both, right? Same way, you need to have a good panel, you need to have a dense display.
What's your opinion on S8's fingerprint position?
Man. I don't know, guys. I don't want to rush into judgment, but initially looking at it, some rumors did speculate that Samsung wanted to put the fingerprint scanner underneath the display, where the home key is, but they didn't have the time to do it. And even now, rumors state that technology you should see it in commercial phones within the end of the year. So probably even the Note 8. So this seems like a rushed decision where Samsung actually had to put it somewhere and they couldn't really stick it in that small bezel, because unlike an iPhone, the bezels are small over here. So they had to put it to the back, and they could have gone with something like the Redmi Note kind of thing, or the Pixel kind of thing where you can just put your finger on it. But this is right up top. I don't know.
And next to the camera.
So again, they have the disclaimer saying wipe your camera lens.
Yeah.
Which means they
I wouldn't
know
have a
it's an
problem
issue.
actually, because I'm really paranoid, so I always wipe the camera lens before shooting. So yeah, but eventually people will get used to it.
I know.
There are a lot of things done differently by a lot of brands, so they all get used to it.
Their own adverts shows people using like 2 hands to use the fingerprint sensor. That was, I don't know. I think people would just use the iris scanner instead, probably.
Okay. This is a good one. Have you stopped drinking Coke?
Of course, man. Coke's not good for your health, so I don't really drink it anymore. On camera. Jokes apart, I like Coke Zero. I like Coke Zero a lot. I really wish they sponsored the show. That would be awesome. I just put one over here. This video is brought to you by Coke Zero. I love it. And I can say that with a smile on my face. I really love it. Not that I dislike other sponsors, but I love it.
Default resolution of Galaxy S8 is set to 1080p. Does it indicate that its battery life could be terrible at the original resolution?
Maybe. This is one of those things that remains to be seen. And this is one of the things that I really, really, really want to test. Like ASAP. So give me S8, somebody, anybody. Samsung, if you're watching, S8, you know my address. Send me one right now.
Do you have any plans to do collab with TamilTech?
Yes.
For the second time, or with any other YouTuber?
Yes. See, Tamil's a great friend. I like his content a lot. So it isn't about the content really. It's just about, for me to collab with anybody, I need to know them. I just don't jump into collabs as in like, I need to know them, So if you look at the video I did with Tamil, it was nice. We had a chemistry. We were able to get along in the video. It wasn't very awkward or anything. We had fun. We genuinely had fun. Then I went to his office and shot there. And similarly, every time me and Ranjit have done a video together, we've been having fun. We just, mess around, have fun, and that's how it goes.
It's not just work.
Yeah, it's not just like, okay, you have subscriber, I have subscriber, we do video now, okay? Everybody subscribe, alright? That's not what we do. So for me, I need to know somebody before I collab with them. And Tamil, of course, probably do something again. Timing needs to be right. We don't have anything on the cards right now, but eventually we will. And anyone else, if you're a YouTuber and if you know me, if you've known me for a while, let me know if you're in the vicinity.
Hey bro, best earphones.
Hey bro.
Best earphones under $1,000 with and without mic. Thanks for this question.
I know you're gonna go this.
Exactly here.
Okay. Read.
Clearly, Ashances is a success.
Thank you for saying it.
How do you feel about this?
Great.
You cannot do this. Let me first read the question out.
Read the question out. Okay, you can start again.
Clearly, hashtag Ash Answers is a success.
Yay.
So how do you feel about this?
Nice.
And the usual, where is the VR video question to Mr. Sundar? Mr. Sundar.
And now
we'll have 4 thumbs up. Come on.
No. Okay, we'll just put like insert excuse here. Dude, aren't you tired of the excuses? Stop asking, guys. I don't know. And clearly that, now after his lack of excuses or whatever, the laptop doesn't want to show anymore. Okay. You know what? I don't want to go that route. I picked 30 questions. 30 questions are done. My throat is still screwed, so I'm gonna drink some more water. So that's all the time we have for today's episode. If you think this episode was way too long and you hated it, go ahead, give this video a big thumbs down and start cribbing in the comments below. Like I said last week, please crib. I love that boost in engagement. Ka-ching, more money. But anyway, as always, for those who actually like the show, who like watching it, we've got timestamps. If you feel the show's getting longer, just go through those timestamps. Just click on whatever question is relevant to you. Just click, watch it, be happy. And I really like this thing that, again, Ryan from Beginners Tech, I'm gonna take a, page out of your book. Be nice to each other in the comments. And that's what Ryan says generally. But for me, I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit. Be nice to us. I like that. Be nice to us. At least to me, I'm okay with the discriminates part. I actually like that. You can talk about discrimination all you want. So anyway, if you did like the video, go ahead, give it a big, huge thumbs up. How do you give a big, huge thumbs up? You click that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button down below, and then share it. That's called a big, huge thumbs up. Okay, if somebody asked me, how do we give a big, huge thumbs up? The thumbs up button is still remaining small. So that's how you do it. You go ahead, share it.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can actually just go outdoors, go to your balcony right now, and then go like, "What Ash Answers?" That counts as a big, huge thumbs up as well. That works.
If you can comment below as well.
Oh yeah. Or you could shoot a video saying, "I like Ash Answers" or "I love Ash Answers," and I'll probably showcase it in next week's episode. It's just a 2-second clip. If you do it, I'll showcase it.
Okay, nice one.
Yeah. As long as it's like only 2 or 3. I mean, if there is too many, I can't. But I don't think there'll be too many, 1 or 2. So we can do that. Sorry guys, I couldn't go on longer rants this week because my throat's really messed. And I haven't been drinking Coke and this was my first.
And also he's been shooting dedicated ranting videos lately. So
I haven't had a Coke Zero or a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi in about 2.5 weeks now. And I guess that's why my throat is messed up. I've been like exclusively reliant on water. Bottled water, my friend. So, I don't know. I guess that's it. We're done rambling.
Yeah.
You want to ramble for a bit?
Yeah.
You want to do your little...
That's it. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Sundar from C4E Tech.
Who am I? Spider-Man.
This is Sundar and Ash from C4E Tech, leaving for the moment. Have a nice day. Bye-bye now. Have a nice day. Bye-bye now.
Do you guys not want the regular... Your regular outro?
Bye-bye now.
Yeah. Leaving. That one. The one
leaving
with the...
for the moment.
Yeah, that's the one you're talking about.
I've never done this thing. Give me the link of the video where I did this.
I know, but it sounds that way, okay? So when I close my eyes and I visualize it, see, whenever I'm editing a video, okay, I'm looking at the audio part of it and I'm editing it. So I never look at his video part, okay? So when I'm, listening to that, when I'm listening to his video and looking at the final edits and he goes, leaving for the moment. Every time I picture it in my head as leaving for the moment.
But I've never actually done it.
I know, but it sounds that way. If you feel it sounds
that way,
give this video a big thumbs up. Thumbs up. Screw. You can't ask people to No.
Give it a thumbs up.
Yes, thumbs up.
If you don't feel so,
give it a thumbs up.
As well.
Again, you want me to continue drinking water instead of diet soda? Give the video a big thumbs up. If you want me to switch to diet soda, give the video a big thumbs up.
These are gonna be on bloopers, right?
And this can be a regular outro. Basically, if you want me to switch from Coke to thumbs up, give us a big thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
See, that actually, I like it. I like it. I don't want to drink this. Water. Leaving for the moment. Have a nice day.
Bye now.
SIM ejector. Can you give me my SIM ejector back now?
No.
I'm gone. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech along with my co-host Sundar, who has conveniently hid my trusty SIM ejector tool. So welcome to another episode of Ash Answers. Ash Answers is a show where we answer your questions.
That's my line.
Awesome! We've got somebody ringing the doorbell and the battery capacity is already low. Sundar told me and I told him, nah, we don't need the battery capacity. But then again, live unboxing time.
11 minutes left.
I know. Live unboxing. Okay, I don't care what that is. Okay, wait, I actually do care. If it's my TFV12. What is this? Oh. Okay, these are my coils. More coils, vaping stuff. You guys don't care.
Could it be the S8?
Could it be the S8? But they are shoes. I bought new sneakers, running shoes actually. Live unboxed. The Brooks 9. I imported them. Ridiculously overpriced in India. So yeah, that's that. Live unboxing's done. Now getting back to the show, Ash Answers. Not Ash Unboxes, but rather Ash Answers. But then we actually, I don't know. You know what, guys? I'm either gonna be this pumped up or I'm gonna be like, oh. So I'd rather be this way. Anyway, coming back, we are at question number 17. Oh my god, we need to change the battery. Let's see if we can actually do. How much is it? Oh,
8 minutes.
Crap, 8 minutes. 13 questions. Not gonna happen. You've got to switch the battery because in about 3 minutes it's gonna go beep beep beep, and we can't shoot. So cutting now.